Good morning, students. Today I'm going to teach the new chapter, that is stars and the solar system. It's one of the interesting chapter. In this chapter, you want to know first what are celestial bodies. It's a very common term. All of you know, I hope. What are celestial bodies? If you're talking about celestial bodies, first you should know what is universe. Universe includes all the stars, planets, galaxies, and its size is unknown. However, there is a spherical region of the universe that can be observed from the Earth, which is called observable universe. This observable universe comprises of different physical objects that occur naturally on their own. These objects are called celestial bodies. So, what are celestial bodies? The observable universe comprises of different physical objects that occur naturally on their own. These objects are called celestial bodies, celestial objects or bodies. Example, sun, moon, stars, planets in our solar system, all are called celestial objects or celestial bodies. So here you can see the figure of celestial bodies. You can see here all the planets. Here Venus, Mercury, then comets you can see here, asteroids you can see, Earth, Mars, Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Uranus, everything you can see here. The next, what is meant by astronomy? This is related to this, it's like a part of physics. What is astronomy? Astronomy is the study of the celestial bodies and phenomena associated with them. It is said to be one of the oldest science in the world. So what is astronomy? It is a study of the celestial bodies and the phenomena associated with them, that is called astronomy. It is said to be one of the oldest science in the world. The next we are going to learn about the moon. Everyone like to learn many things already you know about the moon. So I wanted to add a few more points, new things related to this topic, moon. We know that moon is a natural satellite. All of you know it is one of the natural satellite. It is the all the planets that have their own moon. Okay, if you are taking our Earth, how many moon Earth has? Earth has only one moon. Clear? So it is the satellite, natural satellite. It's not artificial satellite, natural satellite of Earth, that is moon. But the number of moon, it varies from one planet to other. Some will have 10 moons. Some we have in Earth has only one moon, but some planet 10 moons, some 63 moons. Okay. We know that the moon is a natural satellite of the Earth that revolves around the Earth in a fixed orbit. Clear? So it goes around the Earth in a fixed orbit. Just like the Earth and other planets of the solar system also have their own moons, sorry, own moons or natural satellite. So I told you just now, like Earth, other planets of the solar system also have their own moons, but the number will be different. Also, the moon does not emit any light of its own, but it reflects the light of the sun that falls on it. So all these natural satellites, they don't have their own light. Then how they get the light? They get the light from the sun. They reflect the sunlight. However, as the moon revolves around the earth, the part of the moon that faces the sun gets to light up while the other part remains dark. So suppose the moon is going through the orbit around the earth, you can see one side light will get from the sun, but the other side light will not get. That side will be dark, opposite side will be dark. So which side the light is getting, that side will be, it will be daytime, or light is available only on one side. This results in different shapes of the moon in the sky. So you can see in a different days a different shape. Sometimes you can see quarter, like that is called crescent moon, sometimes half moon, sometimes gibbous moon, sometimes full moon. Why it's getting different shapes? Because whichever part we can see, only that much part of the moon light will fall, that much part of the moon light is getting. That is the reason we are getting different shapes for the moon. These shapes of the lit part of the moon are called the phases of the moon. So this lit part of the moon, they are called what? Phases of the moon. Clear? So next we'll see what are the phases of the moon. You can see here the sunlight will fall on the moon. You can see the bluish color, that is earth. The next to that, the moon, it is going around the earth through the orbit. So it's starting from one side, you can see new moon. New moon means right side, you can see new. It means here the moon is not getting light at all. So that's a dark color you can see. That is called a new moon. Again, it's going little. You can see little light is, you can see quarter. That is called waxing crescent. Again, half of the moon is getting light. That is first quarter or half moon we can tell. The next you can see 3/4 of the moon is getting light. That is waxing gibbous. Again, next it's getting full moon. The entire moon is getting light. It's called full moon. Again, you come next, you can see the light it is decreasing. 3/4 is getting, that is waning gibbous. Again, next you come, there is half is getting light. That is third quarter. It's like a half moon or third quarter. Again, next you see, again only quarter part is getting light. It's called waning crescent. So the phases of the moon repeats themselves after every 29 days. So these phases, all the different phases we can see within 1 month. So the phases of the moon repeat themselves after every 29 days, and there are 8 major moon phases. I told a crescent moon. Just now I told which are the phases here. Okay, I told waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon. Again waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent, new moon. New moon means no light at all. It's dark color. So the phases of the moon repeat themselves after every 21 days, and there are 8 major moon phases. The day when we can see the whole moon in the sky is called a full moon day. Okay, sometimes you can see the full moon day. On this day, the sunlight falls all over the moon. Now, as the moon revolves and changes its position, the part which receives sunlight start to decrease, and the moon appears as if it is getting thinner. Okay, that I already told. When it moves, the moon appears, it is getting thinner. Then, on the 15th day after a full moon, the moon becomes completely invisible as no light of the sun falls over it due to its position behind the earth. This is called a new moon day. New moon day means it's completely dark. We cannot see the moon at all. Moon will not get any light from the sun. That is called a new moon day. The next day, the moon that appears in the sky is called crescent day. The next day, we can see little light will fall on the moon. So you can see very small moon or quarter size of the moon we can see, that is called crescent moon. From this day, the moon starts growing larger until the 15th day when it reaches its full shape. That is the full moon day comes. Again, full moon day crescent, then half, then gibbous, then full moon will come. Then waning phase of the moon. What is meant by waning phase of the moon? It is a phase of the moon in which it decreases in size. Waning phase. It is a phase of the moon in which it decreases in size. Size decreases. Waxing phase means, waxing phase of the moon means it is a phase of the moon in which it increases in size. So waxing phase, I told a crescent, then waxing gibbous, like that it is going. It is a phase in which it increases in size. Waning means it is a phase of the moon in which it decreases in size. The next we want to know about the surface of the moon. What is present on the surface of the moon? The surface of the moon is barren and all covered with dust. There are craters or bowl-shaped cavities present on the surface of the moon. Craters or bowl-shaped cavities. There are steep and high mountains present in huge numbers on the moon. Even also we can see huge mountains. Okay, there are steep and high mountains present in huge numbers on the moon. Some of the mountains are as high as the highest mountains found on the earth. Some are very high mountains. Okay, they are very high, highest mountain found on the earth. There is no presence of water and air, atmosphere on the moon. So the specialty of the moon is there is no water, no air. There is no atmosphere. For us, Earth is surrounded by atmosphere. We are getting water also. So that is the reason we can live. Life is present on the earth. There is no presence of water and atmosphere on the moon. Then people cannot live there. So this is the surface of the moon, the figure. Can we hear sound on the moon? Okay, this is another question. If you are going to the moon, if you are talking something, there are 2 people are standing nearby and talking something. Can you hear? No, you can't hear, because for sound waves, for moving from one place to, or for suppose if I am talking something, it should reach another person. They need some medium. Which is a medium? Air. But here there is no air, there is no atmosphere, so other person cannot hear. So that is the next question. Can we hear sound on the moon? There is no atmosphere on the moon, that is, no gases are present on the moon that could act as a medium for the propagation of sound. Hence, the astronauts of the moon cannot hear each other. Clear? The astronauts, if they are going also, they cannot hear each other. They generally use signs or microphones to communicate with each other. Then how they will communicate? They use signs or microphones to communicate with each other. Who was the first astronaut to land on the moon? So who was the first astronaut? Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon, followed by another astronaut, Edwin Aldrin. Neil Armstrong landed on the moon on July 21st, 1961. Okay, so who was the first person? Neil Armstrong, then followed by another astronaut, Edwin Aldrin. So when he landed, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon on July 21st, in which year 1969. The next is, the next topic it is stars.